The artist that I chose to highlight was Robert Frank. Robert Frank was born in 1924 in Switzerland. Robert and his family were safe throughout World War II, but the potential threat of Nazis at the time deeply affected his thoughts about oppression. Growing up in a business-oriented family, he gravitated towards the art of photography as an outlet. He moved to America and was excited to be within the American culture, but he quickly realized how money-focused and different America was than his initial thoughts. He was granted the Guggenheim Fellowship and was able to travel the country, which made his career take off. He has been called the man who saw America because within the next 2 years he took 28,000 shots, of which 83 were chosen in 1958 for his most famous publication, The Americans, which many noted changed the nature of photography. The aspects of Robert Frank's photography that separate his work from others are the low lighting, cropping, and different focus that did not work for most photographers. He developed photos on gelatin silver film. He photographed in-between moments and very candid subjects of mainly humans, which made for the best emotion, innocence, and truth to come out of his photos, solely by traveling, walking the streets of cities. His greatest work, The Americans, captured America like people had never seen before, which sent mixed emotions through viewers. His most popular work fall into descriptive, interpretive, as well as ethically evaluative categories because they delve in the life of America, highlighting people going about their daily lives while questioning the fast pace of the American culture. Although the photos are simplistic, they can be interpreted in multiple ways due to not knowing the past of the subjects and what is going on in the background. Ultimately, all of the aspects of Robert Frank's photography drew a liking to his honest and different sense of the art. Besides his books, in 1961, he had his first art show in the Institute of Chicago, and the next year held an exhibition at the Museum of Modern Art. He later moved on from photography to filmmaking, where he covered different artists, but most famously documented the Rolling Stones. His career shifted focus a few times, and after the tragic deaths of his two children, it changed again. He stopped traditional photography and filmmaking and moved on to more artistic collages using text, photos, and materials. However, it was never as successful as The Americans. Most recently, he moved to Nova Scotia, and within the last 30 years, he has rarely made public appearances and tends to decline interviews, but his work still lives on in a number of galleries.